So thank you so much, everybody, for joining this Nagoya University G30 International Program seminar. My name is Ilona Sakaguchi, and I work here at the International Admissions Office. Today's seminar will be about both the undergraduate program and the graduate program. So we have quite a lot of content to get through. So let's just get started. So there we go. So briefly about today's topics. So we have a short introduction. I will try to go through it quite quickly. Then I will introduce what kind of programs we offer. I will talk about tuition and fees, as well as scholarships and financial aid. That's always something we get a lot of questions about. Then I will talk a little bit about student life. And then today I kind of want to focus on explaining about the application process, because that's also what we got a lot of questions about. So today's presentation or seminar will last about 1 hour. Hopefully I can finish my materials in 45 minutes. And then the last 15 minutes, you can ask any questions from me. And hopefully one of our G30 ambassadors, Eri-san, will also join the seminar for the Q&A session. In the meanwhile, if you have any questions during the presentation about any of the topics, then please feel free to ask them in the chat. My colleagues at the admissions office will answer your questions, and they will probably also maybe share some useful links and things like that. So check the chat out also. Good. But yeah, let's just get started. First of all, I wanted to show you guys a little bit who's actually joining this seminar. We asked everybody which program they are interested in applying to. And yeah, we got quite almost 50-50 for interest in the undergraduate programs. And then maybe about 30 to 40% were interested in the graduate programs. So yeah, I will share information about both programs. I don't have time to go to details about each program, but I will show you the resources where you can find a bit more detailed information about each of the programs. But let's start with a brief introduction. So about Nagoya University, we are one of the top universities in Japan, one of the top 7 big national universities in Japan. There are about 16,000 students in total, of which about 2,500 are international students. There's a lot of opportunity to make Japanese friends, but there's also a really strong international community, and probably also students from your country to kind of have your own community with. Nagoya University is really famous for its Nobel laureates. So in the past 20 years, researchers from Nagoya University have been awarded 6 Nobel Prizes, especially in the fields of chemistry and physics. And we are a very research intensive university. So that is also reflected in kind of the success of research from Nagoya University. But today I would like to focus on talking about the G30 international programs. They were founded, or this program was founded in 2011. And our program offers both undergraduate and graduate courses fully taught in English. I will give the details of both of those programs in a minute. But before that, let me introduce Nagoya City to you guys. You can see Nagoya City is located here in the middle of Honshu, the main island of Japan. It is very centrally located, just a few hours from Tokyo and less than 1 hour from Osaka and Kyoto by the bullet train. It's a quite big city, fourth largest city in Japan, but it's not quite as big or crowded as Tokyo or Osaka, and not quite as expensive. So for me personally, it's just the right size. You have everything you might want to like need or want in a big city, but not so many people, and it's also not quite as expensive as Tokyo or Osaka. And since we are centrally located, it's a great place to be if you want to do some traveling in Japan, if you enjoy like hiking in the mountains or things like that. Yeah, but moving on, here you can see Higashiyama campus. This is our main campus where most students who study in the G30 program will be studying at. You can see it's a really beautiful green campus. It's located near like a really famous zoo in Nagoya and near these mountains here where you can also kind of relax and go hiking if you get tired of studying. There is a subway station just under the university's main campus. Here you can see the university's main building. So it's very conveniently located at the kind of in reach of the center of Nagoya. So if you take a subway from the station here, you can reach the main shopping areas or the center of Nagoya in about 20 minutes or half an hour. One thing that might be also of interest to some of you is the location of the G30 student dormitory. So first year students are guaranteed a spot at our G30 student dormitory. You can see it's right here, just outside of the campus, about 10-minute walk from the main campus. So yeah, if you're lucky enough to be admitted to our program, then you can feel kind of secure that you have a nice place to live during your first year. I will show you some pictures of the dormitories a bit later. But yeah, this is the Higashiyama campus. Then if you are planning to apply to study at the Department of Medicine, which is available in some of the graduate programs, then you might study at the Tsurumai campus. This is a Google Maps image, so it's a little bit grainy, but you can get kind of a nice kind of aerial view from here. So here is the Tsurumai campus of Nagoya University. It's also located near a really beautiful park here in Nagoya called the Tsuruma Park, and it's also located very conveniently next to a big subway station and train station. And it takes only about maybe 10 minutes from this train station to the very center of Nagoya. So yeah, this campus is located a bit more in the heart of the city. Yeah, so this is for anybody who is interested in kind of entering the medical department at Nagoya University. Now, after this brief introduction, let's move on to talking about academics. So we offer 10 undergraduate programs. They are listed here. You can see that some of our undergraduate programs are divided into two different programs. So for example, our social science program, you can decide to study either law or economics. And then our biological science program is available at the School of Science and at the School of Agricultural Science. So the emphasis of what they study is a bit different. So there are 2 biology programs. The automotive engineering program is also divided into 2 main courses, the mechanical engineering course, as well as the electrical, electronic, and information engineering course. Then we have physics, and then again, 2 chemistry programs, one at the School of Science and another one at the School of Engineering. So yeah, when you apply, you will have to choose one of these programs here. So within 1 year, you can apply to one program. And all of our undergraduate programs are 4-year bachelor's degree programs, and they are fully taught in English. Yes. So just to give you kind of a basic idea how your studies would be if you would enter the undergraduate program, then you can see here the undergraduate curriculum kind of basically shared by all the different undergraduate programs. So everything is fully taught in English, but since we are in Japan, then during the first year, all undergraduate students are required to take Japanese language courses. And this is just to give you like a kind of a good, solid, basic Japanese understanding so that you can do things in your daily life, like go to the bank or to the grocery store or restaurant and things like that. If you are already fluent in Japanese, then you can be exempt from these courses. So if you have like N2 or N1 level Japanese ability. Then in addition to that, during the first year, all G30 students need to take some common basic courses. So everybody, even if you study physics, then you will have to maybe take law or economics or biology courses. So common basic courses at the Institute of Liberal Arts and Sciences. And of course, you will take some of your own specialized basic courses. In the second year, you start focusing more on your own major. You can still continue to kind of mix the liberal arts courses to your studies. But again, from 3rd and 4th year onwards, you start focusing more on your own programs, specialized courses. And during the 3rd year, especially the kind of science and engineering students will start to focus on taking laboratory courses. So research is really heavily emphasized at Nagoya University. So already in your 3rd year, you start working on some lab work. And then during the 4th year, you will everybody will enter a research group where you will work with your research group members and also work on your own graduation research and thesis. So that's the basic outline of our undergraduate curriculum. Now, moving on to our graduate programs, we have 12 graduate programs. You can see them listed here. I'm not going to read each one out loud, but you can see them here. You can see there's some of these courses have an M and some of them have D. The M stands for a master's program and the D stands for a doctoral program. So some courses offer only a possibility to do a master's program in the G30 program, but some offer also the possibility to continue to a doctoral program within the G30 program. And again, all of our G30 graduate programs are completely fully taught in English. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So today we have a lot of content, so I won't go into so much detail about each course. but I will show you our website later on, where you can find like a detailed curriculum as well as a course list for each of the undergraduate program and the graduate programs. The nice thing about Nagoya University is that unlike many other universities in Japan, you have a possibility to like do an undergraduate degree in English and then continue into the graduate school at Nagoya University. So if you're the kind of person who is already really serious about doing like a master's degree following your bachelor's degree, then I think Nagoya University is a really good choice, because you can continue your undergraduate research usually still in the graduate school. So like the transition between the undergraduate program to graduate program is quite smooth, and a lot of our G30 students might do like their whole degree, bachelor, master, all the way to a doctoral degree at Nagoya University. A little bit about the research environment for the graduate programs. Of course, since we have been awarded Nobel, 6 Nobel Prizes in the last 20 years, then that obviously means that we have like a very state-of-the-art, high quality research facilities. I myself did my PhD at Nagoya University, and I was really impressed by like how my lab had like any type of like research equipment or measuring device that I wanted to use. And I really could feel that I could pursue my own research in geology to the absolute highest level. And like the people from my lab were publishing papers in Nature. So yeah, if you come to Nagoya University, you can be confident that you can pursue your own research to the highest degree. One thing that like I want to emphasize, and which I think not all students think about when they are applying for graduate schools or like thinking about choosing the research group, is that like the research group you choose will be like your family for the duration of your studies. So your so you kind of it's important to like choose carefully the research group you enter, and try to figure out if kind of your chemistries match with the professor and stuff. So my own experience was very positive in my own research group. I felt the atmosphere was very supportive. It was kind of a even though I'm a Finnish person, then my like Japanese professors welcomed me with open arms, and I didn't feel there was a lot of competition within the group. It was more like everybody works together and support each other's research. So that was a really good, positive experience, at least for me. And I think, yeah, choosing the right group is you should also think about that kind of aspect when you're thinking about which kind of research you want to pursue. But moving on to the academic calendar. So this is something I kind of want to emphasize. At Nagoya University, the G30 programs, the semester and all the programs start in October. So we follow like the international standard of academic calendar. Many Japanese universities start from April, but we start from October. So like entering Nagoya University should be quite smooth for you, whether you come directly from high school or if you come from your bachelor's degree and you want to enter the graduate program, then there's no need to have like a half-year gap. You can already enter in October. And we don't have any like April start, so you can't apply to start in April. So that's something that everybody should keep in mind. And the first semester is always from October to kind of February. There's a spring break. And then the second semester is from April until August. Then there is a summer holiday. And all Nagoya University G30 students will graduate in September. So yeah, that's the very brief overview of the academic calendar in the G30 program. Now let's move on to tuition and fees. So here you can see this is our tuition per year. You can see it's a bit under 4,000 United States dollars per year. Currently, it's a very good time to study in Japan because the Japanese yen is quite weak. So the exchange rate is very much in the favor of international students. So here you can see a little graph I made of, of Nagoya University tuition. You can see our tuition, yearly tuition compared to the average yearly tuitions in UK or US for international students. So you can see that in the current economic climate, Nagoya University tuition is almost 10 times lower than in United States. And this is not a reflection of the quality of education. This is more a reflection of the weak yen, as well as the fact that Nagoya University is a big national university, and we are heavily supported by the Japanese government. And the nice thing about Nagoya University is also that like the tuition that the international students pay is the same as the Japanese students. So there's no extra for international students. Of course, you have to pay a small application fee, and then you also need to pay a one-time registration fee when you enter the university. So that's our tuition and fee structure. Now, I wanted to add this slide here to show like estimated living expenses per month is about 93,000 yen. So that would be maybe $700 about. And I think it's quite reasonable, especially with the weak yen. Japan has a little bit of a reputation for being an expensive country. But if you look at the numbers here, and if you like calculate them into your own currency, then you can see that like Japan is actually cheaper than what the reputation is. And when you're planning your studies anywhere, then it's good to have a solid idea of what your monthly expenses might be. So you can decide if this is actually financially possible for you. So I will upload this video recording on YouTube. So any point I'm making now, you can check from the YouTube video. I will also send you a link to the video. So yeah, if you want to look at the numbers a bit more in detail, then you can do that also later on. Of course, you can work as a part-time as a student. You just have to be careful not to work too much because everybody would be coming here on a student visa, and there's some limitation for working. But yeah, you can take a look at this in more detail if you're interested to kind of make your own estimations. Now let's move on to scholarships and financial aid. This is a topic that we get a lot of questions about. So let's take a look. So for the undergraduate programs, we offer the Nagoya University G30 Undergraduate Scholarship, and this covers tuition for 4 years. You don't have to, or we will reimburse you the registration fee. And then there's also an annual allowance of 500,000 yen for your living expenses. And this scholarship is a need and merit-based scholarship, and you can apply it when you submit your application. So the application for this is almost automatic. You just have to submit your parents' income statement together with your other application documents. So this is a very nice full scholarship. Another scholarship that we offer for undergraduate students is the mixed scholarship. We offer several university recommendation track scholarships. This also covers tuition for 4 years. And also you don't have to pay the registration fee. And there's also an annual allowance. It's a bit higher than the G30 scholarship. This scholarship also pays for your flights to Japan as well as your return flights to your home country. So this one is also a very generous scholarship. Then Japanese government offers JASO scholarships. These are a bit smaller scholarship, usually about 48,000 yen per month. I won't go into the details here, but you can scan this QR code or just Google JASO scholarships if you're interested in learning more. So these scholarships you apply after you have been admitted to the university, and these two you can apply during the application, and you will get the result also of whether you got the scholarship or not when we give you the admission results. There's a lot of additional information about financial support you can find in this QR code. I also gave another one of these seminars just about scholarships. You can find the YouTube video on our YouTube channel. I will show it to you in just a few moments. So there's a lot more information about scholarships there. Since we have a lot of topics today, I will give you just this kind of brief overview of the main scholarships that we offer. Of course, we have scholarships for graduate school as well. So the main resource, if you're interested in like graduate school scholarships, is from this Doctoral Educational Consortium website here. Again, you can go to this website here, or you can scan this QR code and you will find like a whole long PDF with different types of scholarships for different programs and for different situations, as well as some information about working for the university and things like that. So for more details, please check this PDF out. We also offer a mixed research student scholarship for graduate students. Here are the details, like how much, what kind of scholarship it is. The research student scholarship is for graduate students, and both master's and doctoral program students can apply. This is meant for foreign nationals with the diplomatic connections, or for countries from that have diplomatic connections with mixed. So unfortunately, if you're a Japanese passport holder, then you cannot apply for this scholarship. This is a really famous one. You can apply for an embassy recommended mixed scholarship or a university recommended mixed scholarship. Again, if you're interested in learning more about this mixed research student scholarship, then I recommend you to check out our scholarship and financing university studies in Japan YouTube video. So if you just go into YouTube, you can find the Nagoya University, the Nagoya G30 YouTube channel. And you can see here, I talked for 1 hour about all the different scholarship opportunities we have and the details, how much it is, how you apply, who is it for specifically. So in addition to some of the main scholarship that I just mentioned here briefly, there are a lot more opportunities. We have tuition waiver programs, and there is a lot of opportunity to work at the university as a teaching assistant or a research assistant, also to kind of supplement your income. So yeah, the detailed description of those can be found in this YouTube video. But let's talk a little bit about student life and then move on to the kind of main thing I want to talk about today, which is about some details about the admissions process. So just a few words about the student life. So first of all, here is some information about the dorm. So this is actually a picture, outside picture of the dorm. This was the G30 undergraduate student dorm, which I showed you previously in the picture of where you saw the Higashiyama campus. So you can see that rent is about 32,000 yen per month. So quite reasonable rent. The nice thing about our dormitory is that it's quite new. It's quite new and quite clean, and all students are guaranteed a spot in kind of a private small apartment. So all students have their kind of, you have like this a small bed and a desk and a small cute balcony here, but you also have your own private bathroom and use your small own private kitchen. So you don't have to share this private space with anybody, which I think is nice. There are also some common spaces within the dormitory. So during the first year, you can probably become really good friends with your fellow G30 classmates. And there are floors for boys and girls. So boys and girls are separated into two different floors at the dormitory. Unfortunately, we don't have space to let all students stay in this dormitory for the full 4 years. So after your first year, you will have to find an apartment outside of this dormitory. So you might like share an apartment with your friends or find a private apartment from private rental markets. Or the university does have some other dormitories also that you can apply for. But yeah, a little bit about clubs and circles and events and things. So, of course, you guys are mostly interested in studying, but life in Japan is not just about studying. One of the really fun and exciting things about university life in Japan is that they are really active in their clubs, circles, and hobbies. So there are over 100 clubs, so different hobby groups in Nagoya University. You can scan this QR code to find which kind of activities they have. But basically, it's anything from sports to crafts to, you can see there's an aviation club. People are doing this kind of light aircraft hobby, I guess. There's also a Formula One club where the students of automotive engineering build their own Formula One cars and race them. So there are music groups and anything you could ever imagine. Also all martial arts, if you're interested in judo or karate or even sumo. There's a club for anything at Nagoya University. I think this is the best way to make Japanese friends. So even though you enter the international program, then I think a lot of you are interested in really immersing yourselves in the Japanese culture and getting to know the Japanese students. So it's a really good way of doing that. I got some questions about what about studying abroad? Again, I mean, you can see in this map all of the different countries that we have agreements with. So you can almost go anywhere you want to go. There are over 150 inter-university agreements. And so you can study abroad for 1 or 2 semesters, so half a year or 1 year. Or we also have some short-term summer programs, 2 weeks in Cambridge University, or things like that. So there's a lot of programs to choose from. And the nice thing is that there is a tuition waiver for most of these universities. So if you study at Nagoya University, then you can basically study by free, or you don't have to pay any extra tuition if you want to join one of our exchange programs. Hopefully, Eri-san will join the seminar today. She had some other commitments, I think, but hopefully she will join at some point. I think she's one of our G30 ambassadors, one of our G30 students. Uh, um, and I heard that she will study abroad in Germany starting from, I think, July or August. So if you have any questions about that, you can ask her during the Q&A session. Good. Then we got some questions about what about after graduation? So of course, there's a lot of possibility for employment. So a lot of our undergraduate students, after the 4 years, they will do what's the Japanese called shukatsu, which is like job hunting. That is done 1 year before graduation, so during the 3rd year. And uh, like a lot of our graduates have joined some of the biggest companies in Japan. A lot of them also try to find jobs in their own country. So since we are an English taught international program, then like your choices of work opportunities are not at all limited for just in Japan. I think the trend has been quite international in the past years. Like I think the biggest trend for the G30 undergraduate student is to actually pursue advanced academic degrees after graduation. So I think it's maybe at 60%. I can't remember the numbers exactly, but more than half of our undergraduate students will continue into a master or later on doctoral degrees after their like G30 bachelor's degree. And the trend has been very international, and the students have continued into some of the really top universities in the world. So I'm talking Stanford, Oxford, like Imperial College London we have, ETH Zurich in Switzerland, Harvard, University of Cambridge. Like the world seems to be the oyster of the G30 students when it comes to graduate school opportunities. I think the reason is that it is a 4-year English taught program. So people are really well equipped to study maybe in UK or United States. And the other factor is that students start really serious research already during their like in the middle of their 3rd year of bachelor. So they have 1.5 years to do quite serious research already, which is not the case in some other uh, like uh, undergraduate programs around the world. So students from the G30 program, like often they have already published a paper at the end of their undergraduate degree. So that's really impressive for some of the top universities around the world. And that's why the G30 students have been so successful. Of course, a lot of our students also continue directly from the undergraduate program to the graduate program at Nagoya University. Then you can somehow keep doing the research you had already been doing at Nagoya University. Then let's talk about the application process. I think this is something that we got a lot of question about. So let me clarify some of the important points. So first, I will go over some of the details for the undergraduate programs, and then I will go briefly over like the application requirements for the graduate programs. So basically, you have to, of course, meet our eligibility requirements. I will show you our application guidelines in just a moment, where you can check if you can apply. Basically, if you graduated or are about to graduate from high school, then you are generally like eligible. Students who have graduated from the like standard Japanese school system are unfortunately not eligible to apply. So our program is open only for like international school students from Japan, or like international students from other countries. So that's one thing to point out. You are like first part of the application is done online, and you need to submit the following documents to us. So proof of graduation, like your high school diploma or prospective high school diploma, transcripts from the past 2 years, 2 essays. One is like a general essay and one is a program specific essay, 2 recommendation letters from your high school teacher, English exam results. So this is for students who whose like high school education wasn't in English. In that case, you have to submit like TOEFL, IELTS scores. I will show you some details just in a minute. And then standardized test results if you have them. This is not mandatory, but if you have like if you have taken SATs or like AP courses or tests, then those will be very beneficial for your application. So you can apply online. I will show you our website. So here you can see the G30 website. Here is the main page. You can find news and events and things here. And you can find like details about each undergraduate program and graduate programs here. So I encourage you to check this out. Some details about student life. And all the details of the admissions process are in the admissions tab here. So again, divided to undergraduate and graduate programs. Let's take a look at the undergraduate program admissions page. So here it is. So here is the admission requirements. So if you're interested to apply, then click on this. You will find this kind of PDF. This is the PDF for basically like this year's application, which has already closed. So the new like admission requirements for 2025 will be published in around September, October. So yeah, like some of the dates and things here don't apply for the next application round. So just be a bit careful with that. Otherwise, our application requirements are not going to change majorly this year. But if you apply, please read this document very carefully. You will find answers to all of your questions, mostly from this document. And you can see we have 2 application rounds, but not all programs are opened for the second round of applications. So, for example, starting from next year, like chemistry School of Science program will not open their applications during the second round. So yeah, some of the details in these documents will be updated again in September, October. But yeah, take a look at that. The way you apply is by clicking on this link here, apply here, and that link will open this page. This is our online application portal. This is where you submit all your documents and where also all the communication with the admissions office will happen. We have an online tutorial on how to use this one also on our YouTube channel. So I will show that to you in a minute. On this website, you can find all the schedule, And all the details, all the instructions here, all the important documents you can find here. So, excuse me. For example, in the website I just showed you, you can find a list of English qualifications that we accept. So I got some questions about that. Do you have some minimum requirement? Yes, we do. You can find the details here. So you can see what applies to you. We accept quite a few different types of English proficiency requirements or qualifications, I'm sorry. So please check that out. On this website also, excuse me, right here in this section here, you can find some statistics. So this PDF here is not minimum requirements, but just statistics from past years. So here you can see some like average SAT scores for each program. And this will give you an idea of what kind of level of student we are looking for. We are quite a selective program. So like some of the SAT scores for some of the programs are quite high. The same thing you can find for ACT as well as IB. So like international baccalaureate students are our kind of biggest group of students. We get a lot of IB students. So here you can see like roughly what we are looking for, which kind of IB student we are looking for. So you can take a look at the details more here. Here we have also some statistics for the like English test results. So that's on our website. Another thing you might be interested in is that we have details on some program-specific admission requirements. So each program is looking for a certain type of students. These are, again, recommendations, not mandatory, but you can see, for example, it's divided by kind of different types of educational systems. So we have specific instructions for IB students, which kind of courses we would like them to take during their high school studies. Like the differentiation between high level and standard level is quite big. So yeah, some programs are looking for specifically for some high level courses. So again, you can check your own program here and see what exactly we are looking for. Then again, on the website right here, you can see country-specific qualifications that we are looking for. So this PDF is probably going to be quite useful for a lot of you. So you can see we have divided it by country. You can search for your own country or your own like style of curriculum. You might be living in China, but doing British A-levels. So you can see what we are looking for when you are applying. Yeah, you can see that the documents marked with these asterisks are required. So yeah, especially A-level students are required to submit quite a number of your kind of different A-level results. So please make sure to check this document carefully. Some students from India are also, and other countries, India, Bangladesh, things like that, are supposed to submit also your national test results. So that's also an important point that I want you guys to check. Like if you need to submit like some national test results. So again, take a look at the details later from the website. There we go. And as I mentioned, like when our online portal is not currently open because it's not during the applications are not opened yet, but once it opens in November, then you can check out this tutorial on our YouTube channel on how to fill out the application exactly. Then a few words about the like admissions flow. So the undergraduate applications, we have two rounds. The first round, where all programs are available, is in kind of November, December, early December. And then the second round opens in January. So, but just be careful because not all programs are available during the second round of applications. We do a primary screening during which we read your application. And if your application is kind of strong, then you might be invited to an interview. This is the second stage of the admissions process. And during this, all students will take an online interview. It will be 45 minutes for engineering and science students and 30 minutes for JAX, Law, and Econ. So Japan in Asia Culture Studies program is JAX. Econ is economics. Yeah. Something I didn't emphasize enough last year, but I really want to emphasize a lot this year, is that this interview is not just a casual interview like about your motivation to study at Nagoya University. This is more like an oral exam. So like especially for the science and engineering subjects, like students will be asked to solve quite advanced level like program specific exam questions. So you might be given quite advanced physics or mathematics questions that you need to solve live in front of the professors, and then you have to show how you solve the problem online to the camera, and the professors kind of want to see how strong your basic physics and mathematics or chemistry skills are. And yeah, they also want to kind of see how you think about each problem. So also if you apply for biology, for example, then there will be specific questions about biology and probably about chemistry. So yeah, like all the questions asked during the interview will be high school level, but they will be kind of on the advanced level of high school. So especially science and engineering students, I really want to emphasize that you need to study for this interview. It's not enough just to be there and be smiley. You need to study like your ability to do live calculations under pressure in a short time. So it might sound a bit scary, but we just want to make sure that all students have the necessary basic level to be able to study with the other students at Nagoya University. We are quite a high-achieving, research-focused university, so you need to have a really solid base even before you enter. Then if you're admitted, you will get your admission offer as well as your scholarship offer in March or May, depending on which round you apply. And then orientation for the program will start in late September and classes start in October. So you should arrive to Japan in the end of September to then start your semester in October. Good. A few words about graduate program application requirements. I think we don't have enough time to go to the details on this, but I just did another one of these online seminars about a month ago about this specific topic. So I will show the details of that video to you guys. Before that, I wanted to just show, so again, to find all the information, just go to the website. You can find graduate program admission requirements here. Again, you apply through our online portal, and each program's requirements are slightly different. So you can find the details here. Yeah. One thing that is really important for applying for the graduate programs is that before you apply, you need to contact the potential research supervisor and ask if like you need to propose, I'm interested in your research group and I'm interested in doing this kind of research group. I'm sorry, research. And is there like space in your research group to take me on as a graduate student. So this is a really important step before you apply. And you can find on our website this kind of list of like different faculties and research groups. You can see some specific topics that are available. You can find the one you're interested. And then in this PDF, you can find the contact information of the professor. So just email them. You can email several professors and to see, okay, like which research group would be the right fit for you. Sometimes some of the popular research groups are full, so they might decline your like request. But yeah, you can try a few different groups and find a good fit for you. So unfortunately today I didn't have time to go over all the details about applying for graduate programs. There is a similar kind of flow, like a primary screening and a secondary screening with an interview as the undergraduate program. The dates are a bit different. We have the first round of applications is in January, and the second kind of rolling admissions round is in May. And just like with the undergraduate program, not all programs are available during the second round, so it's better to apply during the first round. So since I didn't have time to go through the details of applying to the graduate school programs, then I really encourage you to, again, go to our YouTube channel, Nagoya G30, where you can find this seminar for which I did for the kind of second round, the rolling admissions round this year. So it's a quite updated information. Again, I spoke about 1 hour about all the details, how to apply, how to contact the professor, how to write your research proposal, as well as like which kind of scholarships are offered for the graduate programs. So if you're specifically interested in graduate programs, yeah, please head over to our YouTube channel for more details. Good. So I have talked for 1 hour. Always I go a bit over time. So if you have somewhere to be, then you are, of course, allowed to be excused. But if you have a few minutes more, then you can stay. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. I had collected some questions from the Google form that you filled out, but I think I answered most of these questions already. I think there were a few questions. Is there an age limit? No, there isn't an age limit. Can I apply for postponement of admission? No, you can't. So if you're going to army or something, or you want to wait for a better scholarship, that's not, unfortunately, possible. You have to enter when you are accepted. But I think this time, instead of going through the questions in the form, I would like to give you a chance to ask me questions directly. You can, of course, always email us at the admissions office. I will show you the email address in a minute. But before you email us about some specific questions, then please take a look at the website. It's quite good. It's quite updated. There's a lot of information already there. So I hope you take a careful look at the website before you send us your questions. So a lot of students ask about scholarships and things. So that information, for example, you can find here in the student life section. But yeah, that's basically all the information I had for you today. It was